The first national semifinal playoff game kicks off Monday, New Year's Day at 5 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Michigan, Alabama, the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. I'm going to let you know how to best play this game and make some money when you do so in just a moment. Hi, this is Steve Merrill, WagerTalk.com, right back here on Wager Talk TV, and I'm breaking down the first of the two national semifinal championship games. Once again, this kicks off 5 p.m. Eastern, New Year's Day, January 1st, this Monday, in the Rose Bowl. Neutral field for both teams, Alabama, Michigan. I'm sure they'll both travel extremely well. They've had a full month to make preparations, and Michigan expected to be here, number one ranked heading into the conference championship games. An easy matchup against Iowa. In fact, we cast an easy best bet for my clients last month at Wager Talk using the Michigan Wolverines as they shut out the offensive-less Iowa Hawkeyes. But now it's a huge step up in class against an Alabama offense that's really playing good football. You know, Alabama started the season slow. They had that Week 2 loss at home against Texas, and then that terrible 17-3 win as over a 30-point favorite against South Florida. Everybody kind of written them off at that point. But they've really turned things around. They've turned out to be a sneaky good offensive team, and I think the total is the best way to play this game. But first, let's look at the side. My mathematical rescoring model, using all 10,000 games in the database, has Michigan winning by 1 on average. Those of you that watch my college football top 25 video all season know that we use that model as a starting point. And it's nice because most of the bowl games, in fact, every bowl game but this and the Texas-Washington game, we haven't been able to use the math model because so many opt-outs, so many backup players, that the regular season stats don't mean much. But of course, that's not the case here. Michigan and Alabama are treating this as the semifinal championship game that it is. And once again, my rescoring model, my database simulation, has Michigan winning by 1 on average. So the line a little bit steep now at -2 across the board. But what's interesting, if you look at some raw power ratings, I do have Michigan as high as -4 in some of my raw power ratings. But that, again, is because Michigan played well all season, whereas Alabama did not play well early, but played much better down the stretch. That offense really turned it on. They put up 42 against LSU, 49 against Kentucky. Did struggle against Auburn, that 27-24 lucky win, but then a solid 27-24 win against a very good Georgia defense. Got up and over this total, but that total was 53. It stayed under, so now we're getting a full touchdown lower with 44.5, and I do think that's an over adjustment towards the under. An over adjustment, no pun intended, gives us value now with the over. And that's because Michigan's defense has just been lights out statistically, but so was Georgia's. And we saw Alabama and Georgia combine for 51. I think the same thing happens here. You know, Michigan shut down the weaker teams this year, like Iowa, as I mentioned, but they did give up 24, don't forget, against Ohio State the week before that. They also gave up 24 the game before that against a good Maryland offense. So they were challenged at times. And yes, they held Penn State to just 15, but I don't consider Penn State a good offense. They actually have below average passing numbers on the season. So, as is often the case with these championship and semifinal championship games, we get some value with the over because the odds makers, the betting public, uses the overall seasonal numbers on defense, but they don't take into the class step up here. Alabama, Michigan, two Class A offenses that can move the ball. Michigan 36.5 points a game, Alabama 35. And yes, statistically, they're both good defensive teams, but when stepping up in class this year, they did struggle at times. In fact, Alabama has given up 21 points or more now in 4 of their last 5 games overall. Michigan has scored 24 points or more in all 13 games this season. Projected total here with 2 and 44.5 would be like a 24-22 win for Michigan, and that gets us over the total of 44.5. So once again, I think the point spread is pretty accurate, but I do think there's some value with the over in the semifinal game at 5 Eastern, the Rose Bowl, New Year's Day between Michigan and Alabama. Hey, comment below. Let me know your thoughts on this game, how you're playing it. Also, your thoughts on the Texas-Washington game. Be sure to check out the preview video here on the channel for that one as well. By the way, I read all the comments. I reply back. Let's win together here on Wager Talk TV. Thumbs up, like, and don't forget, hit subscribe and hit the bell for instant alerts. You know when these video previews go live each and every day, including my ever-popular NFL Fade the Public video on the weekends. And one final note, if you want to start 2024 off with a serious long-term investment approach, and that's the way to do it, you really should consider my All Sports All Access 1-year special. It's basically half price. It gets you every play every day for just over $3 a day. I average anywhere from 1 to 3 plays a day. So just say 2 plays on average. That's working out to about $1.50 per play for the entire calendar year. College and pro football, college and pro basketball, and baseball. Every sport, every day for just over $3 a day. Promo code SM365. That annual special is available on my page right now, Steve Merrill, WagerTalk.com. Get there quicker with shortcut WT.buzz/SM. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter as well, at Steve Merrill, 2 R's, 1 L, at Steve Merrill on Twitter. I post free plays daily on my page at Wager Talk. Also post them on Instagram. Follow me on IG, and be sure to stay tuned right here to Wager Talk TV for more great college football bowl preview videos coming up next.